Let's begin. Take a moment to settle your attention. Today we continue understanding India through climate, natural vegetation, and wildlife. There is no rush. We are building understanding. We will move gently, observing patterns and connecting ideas step by step. Geography is about relationships. These relationships are often tested in the civil services examination. So we observe them as interconnected systems. Climate influences vegetation, vegetation supports wildlife, and together they shape ecosystems. Climate influences what? Climate influences vegetation. Vegetation supports wildlife, and together they shape ecosystems. Hello aspirants, welcome back to the Metis IAS NCERT Foundation program. In the previous session, we explored India's location. Today, we see how that location shapes climate and how life adapts across regions. Small clarity now makes advanced topics easier later. Climate, first of all, we have to discuss about climate. What is the climate? What is the definition of climate? Actually, climate refers to the long term pattern of weather, not day to day conditions. Approx 30 years. India experiences four broad seasons: winter, summer, southwest monsoon, and the retreating monsoon. India has a monsoon type climate. India has a monsoon type of climate characterized by seasonal reversal of winds. Characterized by what? Seasonal reversal of winds. You can think of it as the land breathing, drawing moisture inward in summer and releasing air outward in winter. You can think of it as southwest monsoon winds, seasonal reversal of winds, wind system, and especially India has a monsoon type of climate. You can think of it is as the land breathing, drawing moisture inward in summer and releasing air outward in winter. Indian agriculture is closely tied to monsoon rainfall, which is why its behavior is closely observed every year. So, what are the factors affecting climate? Factors affecting climate. Several factors shape India's climate in that latitude. First one is latitude, that is Tropic of Cancer. And second one is the Himalayan barrier. And third one is distance from the sea. And the fourth one is relief features. These factors are affecting Indian climate. These four important factors are shaped of India's climate. For example, deserts like Rajasthan are very hot, while Himalayan regions remain cold. Showing regional variation. Nature rarely operates through a single cause. Multiple forces interact. So the monsoon is fundamentally a wind system, not just rainfall. During summer, winds blow from sea to land carrying moisture. During winter, winds reverse. What is the pattern in during summer? Winds blow from sea to land. To what? For what? Carrying moisture. In the during winter, the winds reverse. UPSC expects us to understand such process conceptually. So, for example, rainfall in Western Ghats. We have to look into the rain shadow Western Ghats slide. We will explain clearly. Why? Because when moist winds strike the Western Ghats, they rise and then they cool and release as rainfall. When moist winds strike the Western Ghats on their way, due to Western Ghats, they rise, and after rise, they will cool and release as rainfall. As winds move inland, moisture reduces, producing the rain shadow effect. As winds move inland, moisture reduces and producing the rain shadow effect. Mountains shape rainfall pattern in powerful ways. In this rain shadow slide, explaining very clearly through images. Please focus on those images. In this, explain windward side, leeward side, prevailing wind, warm moisture air, prevailing winds, rising air cool and condenses, how it is become rain and how become it is dry air and how become it is rain shadow area. Totally explain in this rain shadow slide through these images. Please go through it once carefully. And next one, natural vegetation. Natural vegetation refers to plant life growing without human interference. Natural vegetation refers to what? Plant life growing without human interference. Without human interference. India's vegetation includes tropical evergreen forests, tropical deciduous forests, thorn vegetation, mountain vegetation, and mangrove forests. These are the types of vegetations that they are growing in Indian continent or exclusively in India. These are the types of vegetation like tropical evergreen forest and a tropical deciduous forest, thorn vegetation, mountain vegetation, and mangrove forests. Plants adapt to climate, rainfall, temperature, and soil conditions shape their form. Plants adapt to climate, rainfall, temperature, and soil conditions shape their form. For example, desert plants conserve water. Mangroves survive in saline water. In dense forests, high rainfall is occur. So forests increasing, forests like dense. In the dry regions, vegetation like thorny vegetation. For what? For because. For why? Because desert plants conserve water and mangroves survive in saline water. So this is the types of vegetations which is occur in India naturally. In India, supports diverse wildlife because varied habitats. Animals adapt to forests, mountains, deserts, and wetlands. Protecting habitats maintains ecological balance. Protect habitats maintains ecological balance. So, wildlife and biodiversity is going hand in hand. So, conservation efforts are happening from government side, like making national parks, sanctuaries, Project Tiger, and Project Elephant, and etc. to protect biodiversity. To protect what? Biodiversity. Climate influences vegetation. Climate influences vegetation. Vegetation supports wildlife. Together, they form systems. Understanding systems reduces the need to memorize isolated facts. So, this is called systematic thinking. This is called systematic thinking. Why this chapter matters for UPSC? UPSC may test monsoon processes, climate control, vegetation patterns, regional examples, conceptual relationships. Clarity here strengthen your analytical foundation. In the monsoon process, climatical controls, vegetation patterns, regional examples, conceptual relationships. Importantly, clarity have to be very clear because clarity here strengthens your analytical foundation. India experiences monsoon climate. India experiences what? What type of climate? Monsoon type of climate. Climate varies regionally. Mountains influence rainfall. Climate varies regionally. Mountains influences rainfall. Climate varies regionally because of several factors. Several factors. Several factors influence climate, like latitude, like distance from the sea, etc. etc. Mountains influence rainfall. Vegetation adapts. Conservation protects diversity. Each idea strengthens your foundation for UPSC Civil Services examination. So, preparation grows through steady understanding. This is important thing. You have to remember all the time. When you see patterns clearly, learning becomes lighter. When you see patterns clearly, learning becomes lighter. So, conceptual clarity is most important thing in the UPSC journey. Stay steady in effort, stay curious in learning, and keep refining your clarity. This is Niranjan Ankilla, founder and chief mentor at Metis IAS. I will see you in the next class. In this chapter, we have gone through monsoon process, climate factors, rain shadow, vegetation patterns, wildlife adaptation, and conservation effect. These are these were we have gone through in this chapter. Thank you.